Hello, it's me, Dr. Cinema, and I am here for another fun episode of Movie Face Off. Now, in keeping thing with the rest of the videos that released earlier today, it's a Stephen King themed one. Yeah, that's right, that guy. Man, he's made some good books, and his adaptations are more hit or miss. But I'm here to talk to you about one of his most famous works that's been adapted, Carrie, the 1976 version and the 2013 version. Now, the Carrie remake was sort of similar to the Evil Dead remake, where a lot of people were like, it's a remake, it's gonna be bad, no, don't do it. And when it came out, it wasn't like as well accepted as like the Evil Dead remake, but it wasn't really hated. It didn't do so well in Rotten Tomatoes, but again, you can't really trust their website for everything. So for this round of movie face-off, 5 categories, of course, we have story, faithfulness to the source material, the main character, which is Carrie, the effects, and the atmosphere of the movie. So, without further ado, movie face-off. Now, round one, story. Now, the story of Carrie, the book, it's fairly simple. A girl in high school gets her period. She discovers psychic powers, deals with like bullying classmates, her really religious, abusive mother, and at the end, at the prom, when she's like surprisingly named prom queen, her classmates get like a bucket of like pig blood. I think, yeah, pig blood, dumps it on her on the stage, and then she just goes crazy, releases all of her psychic powers, and pretty much, I think she even does she burn this gym arena place to the ground. I know she later goes back home and burns her home to the ground, but what? Anyway, that's pretty much the story of Carrie in the book, and both of these movies did a. They pretty much they did keep to the same story plotline and such, but I'm going to have to give this round to the original Carrie because it was the one that actually did it first. Pretty simple round. Round 1.1 goes to the 1976. No, wait. Never mind. I read that wrong. Scratch that. My bad. It actually goes to the 2013 version. Now, I know I said like Now I know I said that the 1976 version did it first, but the way that the 2013 remake did it was like it was more like modernized and more like along with like the current culture of American high school. I mean, it did some modern updates like references to social media, but it wasn't so in your face about it. It just the story itself just was made a little bit more realistic and not so like over the top like some of the characters were in the original. So I'm sorry about that mix up, but round 1.1 goes to the 2013 version. Sorry for that little like La La Land Moonlight mix up. But anyway, round 2 is going to be faithfulness to the book. Now, when it comes to adapting a book, you're going to want to try to keep all the stuff the same, but you're going to have to make some changes that make sense when you change into a visual media form. And I'm going to, again, have to give this one to Carrie because, again, like the 2013 Carrie, I'm going to give this to because in the original, a lot of the people that were working on it felt it was like a sort of like a satire, and when you're trying to make a serious horror film, you don't want them to feel like a satire. I mean, there have been successful horror movies that have been satirical in nature, but when you actually want like your movie to have sort of an impact, you want to be more serious about it, more faithful to the book, and the way King envisioned it was supposed to be more of a horror thing, the and I'm going to have to go with the script for the movie that just felt more like a serious film. So Second point, 2013 remake. Now let's talk about the main character, which is Carrie, and which movie did it best. This one is sort of hard to go with. I mean, on the one hand, you've got like an actress from the original film that was sort of like auditioning for a role in Star Wars. So you know, like both of them were trying to get like the same character to play their role, and she could have gone either way basically. But with the 2013 film, it's like the same girl that did. Uh, I can't remember. Oh, Hit Girl from the Kick-Ass movies, and that girl did has done very good work in films. But the thing with the girl in the 2013 remake is just she just doesn't look the part. I mean, when it came to Carrie, like she wasn't really popular. And if you're not popular, then you're not really like traditionally attractive. I mean, the the girl that played Carrie in the original certainly wasn't ugly. I mean, she was attractive, but she wasn't like traditional attractiveness, and she definitely didn't look like she belonged in the popular crowd. And the one who played Carrie in the 2013 remake did look more like a popular girl, which took some of the spirit out of the story. So I'm going to have to give this round to the 1976 film, 2-1. Fourth round, we'll have to go with the effects. Now, of course, when it comes to effects, the more modern version, the 2013 one, is going to have more polished effects because of CGI. And even though the effects in the 2013 version did look cool and nice and well polished, it really wasn't anything you wouldn't have seen in any other horror film, especially nowadays. And the effects in the 1976 film, they were pretty good. I mean, obviously, when that pig blood bucket fell, it wasn't actually blood. It was like corn syrup and food coloring, but it still looked more like real blood than a lot of like fake blood that's used on a lot of movies. So they had to go with a lot of practical effects, and that's what sort of makes the film a little bit more impressive and a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more heartfelt, I guess. So I'm going to have to give the effects round to the original 1976 film. So 2-2, all tied up. Time to go into the final round, and that's the atmosphere of the film. Now, with Stephen King's work, it's kind of hard sometimes to take him seriously. You got all the usual tropes that show up so many times in so many different works that the nostalgia critic over the channel Awesome YouTube channel is even sort of came up with a little drinking game for it. And it is kind of fun to point that out and such. But the original, this was the very first adaptation of the film. And so there wasn't really that wasn't that God, what was it? A stereotype picture in your head version of like what you think a Stephen King film will be. Now the 2013 version, of course, is at disadvantage because it's already been done before and we know what's going to happen. So, and the original obviously takes this one because it actually did feel like the story was pretty real and that you empathize with the main character, and it just felt more like the film. And the original film felt more like the book. So, atmosphere round goes to the original 1976. Score 3-2. The 1976 original movie Carrie wins this movie face-off. Like I said on my previous video on the diagnosis of The Shining, I want to get one more subscriber. That way I'll get 10 subscribers and I can do a very special very special video. It'll be like, and the video I'm talking about, it's sort of like a movie face-off. It'll be a TV face-off with 4 different contenders. So if you really want to see that video, please I just need one more subscriber, double-digit subscribers. I just need one more to reach 10 subscribers, and I can do that very special video. Otherwise, like, comment, share, subscribe. Dr. Cinema. See you next time.